as, thank you for naming those roads. You are saying that you're waiting for the videos to be uploaded, but I hope that the people who are benefiting from these roads, that are plying these roads daily, would be the ones to speak up for this development. But now to my main point, which is that the reportage around the NDC primaries, especially where it concerns areas like the Southeast, is that Peter Obi's, or rather a leadership structure associated with Peter Obi, is the one that has been calling the shots with regards to what happens in the Southeast. Now, we've also seen in Kano State some issues emerging with the Kwankwasia movement and how they will reconcile themselves within the structures of the NDC. We saw your national leader address the press and say, everybody is working together, there's integration. But it seems like the Obedience, the Kwankwasia and NDC will not be able to have a harmonious marriage. What's your take on ironing out the structures of the different leaders and their different followership to resolve? Because it seems like that's what happened at the primaries. If you're aligned to a certain person, you fit into a certain slot. It didn't seem like a democratic process.
Well, I'm not new to this. Remember, I was national chairman of ABGA for 10 years. And I know that party primaries are usually rancorous. People will make wild claims, tell you that they won when they did not win, and they run to the television and make noise. Politics is not something you do on social media. And in the age of artificial intelligence, you can make people believe that you have a multitude of people behind you and put it on the social media. But the important thing is, are you in a position to win the primary in your various locations? If it is not the way, people will continue to make wild goose claims. On the issue of leadership, Mr. Peter Obi has never been involved in influencing who becomes what, anywhere. He's somebody who you can hardly drag into a process like this. In my local government where he hails from, I've just told you now, the people there are aware of everything. So he doesn't need to tell them who to support. He doesn't need to do that. And in the party that we found ourselves in NDC, we are members of the party. The party has a leadership. And the leader of that party is Senator Siriake Dixon. And it was because he's the the leader of that party, that made us to join the party. Because I work with him in the Senate, and I know his character. I know his stand on issues, national issues. And I believe that if he's the leader of this party, if we go into the party, he cannot be intimidated by anybody. That's how we got into the party. And throughout the process, because of Peter Obi's entry into NDC, along with Kwankwaso, the party witnessed a surge of people who want to contest for one thing or the other. And the party became overwhelmed because nobody knew that it was going to be that way in so short a time. Dixon did very well in managing this party, in trying to receive people, advise them, welcome them, and ask them to go home. And they prepare to take part in the primaries in their various places. His house in Abuja here became a mecca of some sort. People came from all over Nigeria. And while doing that, you will know that people will want to sow seed of discords. Anybody who thinks that he will not get anything can begin to raise dust. The process we got involved in was not by compulsion. Political party is an association of people who can come together, and if you come there, you can pursue your political interest. But it is not to say that when you come there, you must prevail. So the process was put in place. People who were interested bought expression of interest forms, got into the process, and some of them started coming out now to make wild allegations that they paid money, they were extorted. If you have been, if somebody took money from you that is not official, why should you blame the party? Because the party prescribes fees that you pay. So if you say that you paid somebody 50 million, you are the one who is trying to cheat. You don't want to go through the process. You want to buy people. And when your fingers are bumped, you run to the television. Right. It's not like that. So we have gone through this process, and these primaries have been conducted. I took part also. Remember, I contested.
True.
Even with me, that was given a right of first refusal as a for Senate for Anambra Central, because when we were in NDC, we were given rights of first refusal, those of us who are serving senators. And when we went to NDC, it was the same thing, right of first refusal. But when people like this started buying forms, remember, I didn't call the boy. I said a young man. I called him a young man, Rufai. I didn't call him a boy. I called him a young man.
Earlier. All right, Senator Umeh.
We started.
You did call him a boy.
At some point.
Yes, at some point. But
okay,
you know,
at some point, I was calling him a young man.
Yeah, in the case of bribery,
when they
both
started
the
making
giver and
noise
receiver
on social media, I decided to go to the primary.
I said in bribery, it's not
what?
just the giver, it's the giver and receiver that are equally guilty in bribery. When
of course, they are guilty. Somebody who said he gave a bribe cannot even come out to television to make the claim because he cannot, in good conscience, say that he paid what he ought not to pay to somebody and he has been scammed.
Yeah.
So that is it. This process has gone very well, and we've participated. Like in my own state, we have done it. It's only Mwabezoli that is on television talking about this thing. These results were established. I have the local government by local government.
Okay.
So it is normal that in this process, people will complain, particularly if they don't win.
Okay.
They'll tell you and call people all kinds of names. But you have to use results.
When will the official result be released?
What result do you have?
When will the official result be released? Because NDC has not officially released the result. We need to go now, but very quickly, when will the official result be released? Because this is your side, his side. When will NDC release the result?
I'm not running the party, but the result is available. Let me tell you, the results are available. INEC, that monitored the exercise in Anambra State, has turned in its report. Of the winners of the primaries in Anambra State across the local governments. And the young, I should not call him a young man. He's not my mate anyway. Sorry about that.
No, you can call him a young man. That's my boy.
That he won, you should be able to. He should be able to show you the result. I'm here with the results of the 7 local governments, signed by the electoral officials, signed by the police, signed by the electoral officer of INEC.
We need to go now.
In the 7 local governments.
Thank you so much, Senator.
These are the times
you
I have
shown us enough.
So,
thank you so much.
Whatever anybody want to tell you.
Yes, we will take it. Thank you.
Yes, so,
thank you. I think
I want to tell you is that forget about the hula balloon, about party primary. Right. There's no way you can have a primary in any political party.
Senator Umeh, thank you so much for your time with us today.
Is it PDP? Every party. Primaries are like that.
Okay, we need to go now. Senator Umeh, I think you have a start.